Do anything. Welcome to PACTcast, the official podcast of PACT here at William Peace University. Like to encourage you to make sure that you're checking out the Facebook page, the Twitter page, and we now have Instagram and YouTube to check out all the new and updated community service events that we have. With us today, as you can tell, we have Jay-Len Roberts and the company called Bowls, or the idea, if you want to call it, called Bowls. Jay-Len, why don't you introduce yourself first, and then tell us a little bit about Bowls and what your idea is.
All right, my name is Jay-Len Roberts. I'm a senior student athlete at William Peace University, political science and history major. Very unconventional in my passion for impacting youth. Just trying to kind of mold the next generation. I want to be the hero of the children. So yeah, this whole concept of Bowls, pretty much, this is an acronym short for Building on Where Life Starts. Concept is a cereal bar, a cereal cafe in the making. Kind of where I came with the idea was that I wanted to start a club here at William Peace University to kind of help college students connect with professionals, and then working the way down the pyramid on to younger kids, middle school, high school, elementary school, and just kind of pushing the narrative of, if I knew what I knew now, X amount of time ago, that I would do things differently. And we all have that as being college students. So I feel like we kind of overlook the potential we have to impact younger students and younger people.
All right. Well, let me ask you this too, before we get too far into it. Why cereal? What is the deal with cereal, and why not soup or hamburgers or something? I don't know.
Well, the cool thing about cereal is that for a long time I was just trying to think of something that didn't bias people, something that didn't make anyone feel like they were left out. Because in my life, I feel like I've been left out a lot of times, and I didn't want to be pushed that onto anyone else. So with cereal, it just kind of came to me. It was kind of a divine thing, and I just thought there's so many different kinds of cereal, and I really couldn't picture a world where anyone didn't like cereal or didn't have some kind of cereal. And I feel like as kids, there was that point in time where things were much simpler. You know, regardless of what was going on in life, everyone could at least come home and have a box of cereal in their cabinet. And I feel like cereal did so much for me, because I remember the days of Tony the Tiger, making me feel like I was strong, or Frosted Flakes, or Fruit Loops, just making me feel like, I could dream or think about all the things in the world. So looking back, I don't have a lot of time now to sit down and enjoy a bowl of cereal. Just like a lot of young adults who feel like they don't have enough time to sit down and dream like they once were. So it's like cereal to me just feel like the most nostalgic way the most fun and creative way to impact students, or just to experiment with this thing. It's really unconventional. It's really expansive. There's so many different kinds of cereal, and really, the more I think about it, I feel like people in cereal are a lot alike in the sense that on the surface, cereal is just cereal. Frosted Flakes is just Frosted Flakes. Plain Nut Cheerios is just Plain Nut Cheerios. But, when you think about our world today, society today, everything is built on diversity and mixing things together. So, when you incorporate this idea of cereal gumbo or this gourmet cereal, instead of Plain Nut Cheerios, why not make Plain Nut Cheerios with caramel, bananas, and ice cream? Just like in the world today, why just have a team of people who look like this and look like that? Every profitable organization or institution in America today is built off diversity, mass diversity. And I feel like the same way that we've built America to be this place where we can have limitless opportunities by incorporating such diversity, I feel like, why not do that with cereal? Why not have the same nostalgic mindset about cereal, saying, hey, I can dream just like I did when I was a kid, but by putting me in a room with different people who have different perceptions of life and concepts of life in the same room with such diversity of skills, strengths, and weaknesses, you not only do you get something that's more filling as a meal, but you get idea of something that's more filling as a community, as a society as a whole.
So cereal kind of, to sum up that, and that's a great summation, but it's basically a representation of what you're trying to do, and to bring all these different things together, mix them all up, and then capitalize on the nostalgia. All right, so tell us a little bit about what your infant steps and your early steps are going to be, and then also if you get a chance, lead into. I'm going to ask you about the Martin Luther King Day IGN specialty, IGN pitch competition. So tell us the infant stages of what you're doing, and then we'll get to the big stages of what you envision. So give us the infant, the beginning steps that you're going to take.
Okay, so how I'm going to start this off is that I was thinking, I pictured it being this magical restaurant place with beanbag chairs and cartoons for kids and news for adults. And you can come in and just pick your cereal and your beverage, whether that's milk, almond milk, silk milk, coffee, ice cream, whatever, and your toppings, fruits, vegetables. That's kind of what I picture it is, and that's a long-term goal. But in terms of getting it started up, it's going to institute as a pop-up. So, just knowing, I didn't realize how lucrative cereal actually was. And, so how I'm thinking of it is taking cereal with the concept of, making it diverse and collecting, getting all these different people in, whether that's young students, whether that's adults, professionals, or families. And the area of Raleigh is just such a great place that kind of encompasses all those demographics. The first step is getting all those people in the door with an idea that's kind of concrete and inclusive to everyone. So, I had to network with a lot of people and kind of ask myself and other people a lot of questions that I wasn't thinking of. Like getting in a place, a venue. And a lot of that helped me more than I realized because I made some great connections with a lot of people. Chris Baker's put me in connection with the Lighthouse Project over down the road. And, that's a nonprofit organization that helps, Muslim families and Triangle Muslim Aid. And, they're helping us by giving us a place to work. And there are a lot of kids in that area that need help. And I feel like that could, like I said, back to the basis of not biasing anyone. There's a lot of diversity in that. So getting a place, an incubator spacing, I've done that. Getting volunteers and stuff together. A lot of people, like here on campus at Peace, working with SAC as volunteers and student athletes, doing that as well. So I've had a lot of the initial work is just, doing a lot of things that I out of my comfort zone, because this is more of just a visionary idea so far. So with that and, moving on to, in terms of this does take money and funding. So one of the fun things I was able to do was participate in the Idea Generation Next competition, pretty much like a college edition of Shark Tank, with the narrative that we were trying to advocate some type of platform, whether that was business or nonprofit, to go towards some form of social justice. So that was just kind of the whole, the foundation of the idea, just thinking of things that could, one, help bring in money or use money wisely, two, doing it for some sort of cause, which is mine. I was thinking around the ballpark of youth empowerment and things just to help kids expand their minds and not lose their momentum of dreaming. Because I feel like at one point we were all kids who had these exciting dreams and visions of doing these great things, whether I was being a president, whether I was being the next Jackie Robinson or the next Kobe Bryant, or being a doctor like mom or dad or whatever. And I feel like at a certain point life made us be more realistic. And I've had a lot of success in my life of being unrealistic. So I kind of wanted to kind of help other people see that. So, a lot of different things incorporating there. And that just kind of, it was what laid the foundation for all the things that just kind of came to me more than I realized.
Well, okay. So we've got a pop-up. We've got the idea that you're going to pop up and, you've got some, ideas about when and where that's going to be. So you're going to take the pop-up. How are you going to generate, we've talked a little bit about this. How are you going to generate your, revenue and then get to when you think your first pop-up is going to be?
Okay, so.
And what are you going to do with the revenue that you do come up with?
Right. So, yeah, that was one of the things. At first I had just an idea of doing something, but what made me realize to say, hey, I got to do something that brings in more money was that a lot of the investors and people at the Idea Generation Next competition were saying, hey, if we give you $10,000, that $10,000 is going to run out quicker than you realize. So, like I said, even to this day, I still can't explain exactly how cereal became the complete concept. It just,
Mm-hmm.
it just kind of fell into the right place divinely. But I was thinking about it, so I went and found some business opportunities like Food Service Direct. It was a place where I could buy bulk cereal. So you're looking at it's probably getting like 10 cases of 11-ounce boxes of cereal for like $50.
Wow.
In those
Okay.
11-ounce boxes, you could probably make like 40 bowls of cereal.
Okay.
Give or take. Let's just say if we're going to make hefty bowls, let's say we can even make 20 bowls, just
Mm-hmm.
20 bowls of cereal.
Mm-hmm.
So 20 bowls of cereal out of one box, and I sell each one of those bowls of cereal for like $4 to $6, depending on what kind of toppings and beverages you get in it. So that's about $6 for 20 bowls of cereal. 6 times 20, I'm not a math dude, so it's like 1,200, something like that.
Yeah, 120.
120, something like
Yeah.
that. So you're making you're pretty much
Something
making,
like that.
pretty much making like 3 times as much for each box of cereal. You got 10 boxes, so probably making somewhere couple $100 under $1,000 per case of cereal that you sell. And we got 20 different kinds of cereal. So it's definitely lucrative. So, that was one of the fun things I realized, hey, we can actually make money off this.
Mm-hmm. And then what are you going to do? How is that going to funnel back into your youth empowerment?
Yeah, so going back to the concept of building on where life starts. Life starts with a balanced breakfast, whether that you're eating that at 8 o'clock in the morning or you're eating that at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The first meal of your day is important. And cereal can do that if you put it more of a meal concept. And it starts with children. The earliest stages of your life, all of us are born knowing only what our family tells us, where we come from. When you get into school and these other educational or early start institutions with other people that don't look like you, sound like you start comparing and contrasting, and you don't get these answers. And that goes on to middle school and high school, where nothing that ever is really important is ever explained to you. So kind of what we want to do is give a fun idea of saying, hey, this is something that makes you feel like you're obligated to donate. Even if you don't know what's going on, you can come and get a bowl of cereal. But you don't realize how much that's helping, with the money we raise, which is going to be a good amount, as long as we capitalize on the groundwork of what we have already. So what it's looking like is, say we're in Raleigh and, we're advocating for schools and nonprofits. So let's just say one of the schools we plan to work with early on is Hope Child Elementary. It's a charter school that houses and schools of students that come from low income to impoverished families. So let's just say they need, let's say 100 students need better book bags, as opposed to like most nonprofit endeavors of just raising money to get book bags. We have a service that will easily raise more than enough money to get that done. And then we'll partner with a nonprofit that is dedicated to that mission. Let's just say, so Love Wins is a good nonprofit that's dedicated to helping insecure families or people who just need things.
Mm-hmm.
So by partnering with a school that has a need and a nonprofit that kind of helps fund that need, and with a service, we're kind of the middleman in between those two demographics that kind of easily makes money. We have a service that can easily generate revenue. And what it is after the pop-up, we're going to sell, so if Hope Charter needs 100 book bags for 100 students, we're going to sell as much both, however long that takes. We're going to do that to meet that goal, and more than likely we'll definitely surpass that goal by selling cereal and having people in the area come through and participate. So at the end of the pop-up, the goal is to split the proceeds 1/3. So bowls will retain 1/3 to kind of improve and save money for a more permanent location. The Hope Charter Elementary will get 1/3 to just kind of put in their back pocket and say, hey, we got enough money for this. We're going to get our book bags, and then we can have something to say, whether they want to go on a field trip or order pizza or ice cream for the students, or have a speaker or whatever, or get better equipment for the school. And then Love Wins will get 1/3 because they're already meeting the need of something that they're doing, and we can, as much as we want to do everything in the world, we can. So they're helping us kind of concrete and marginalize our mission to help more, and they get 1/3. So it's kind of like everybody wins in a situation. And
cool.
So what that looks like is, so that for that pop up, it was Hope Charter for book bags. Who's to say the next week it won't be Reedy Creek Elementary who needs better jerseys or whatever. So rather than most markets where we're trying to get to schools or whatever, they're coming to us. So
Okay.
that's cool.